Everyone knows someone who has been affected by cancer. For Carol Kahudik, a former smoker who lost her husband to oral throat cancer, she's too familiar.
He had to have his teeth pulled. He had surgery on the floor of his mouth. The tumor was removed. He had a PEG, which is a feeding tube. He couldn't eat anything for 6 months. His tongue was swollen. His throat was swollen. I wouldn't wish that off on my worst enemy.
Carol met her husband Pat in 1991 and they were married the following year. Both were smokers, but she quit in 1998 and he didn't want to give it up, even after he was diagnosed with oral throat cancer brought on by his smoking.
He's one of those persons who was going to quit, was not going to quit. He was going to smoke till his dying day. So I know people like that.
Pat was stuck in his ways, but Carol spent months taking care of her husband.
Had to clean his feeding tube, and what he ate was those Ensures. You just pour it in the tube and it went directly into his stomach, and he lived on that. That's what kept him alive for about 6 months. He didn't complain that much, but we got to watch him. He wasn't a heavy guy to begin with, and since it was so hard for him to eat and things didn't taste good, he pretty much just lost all interest, and he practically starved himself to death. I mean, he just got to where he was not eating, and he just wasted away to nothing.
Before seeing the effects cancer had on her spouse, Carol became a volunteer for the American Cancer Society and even convinced the people of San Angelo to ban smoking in public establishments.
The voters voted on, where it's not in the restaurants, it's not in the bars, it's not in any public offices that has more than one person. So it's very comprehensive. It's really the best that any community could have.
She continues helping to fight the fight against cancer, and she has some advice for young adults.
I was very young when I started. You don't think that anything bad's going to happen to you, but it will. It's proven. And I will say that there's not as much smoking as there used to be. It's actually on the decline. Thank you very much. I just say don't ever try it because it's very highly addictive.
Reporting in San Angelo, I'm Lauren Sergipone, KIDY, Fox News First.